What's up, guys? Time Jim here, and today I'm going to be doing a request video. Um, it's going to be a request video for my buddies Arsonist and Sinistar. They asked a question about a certain character, and I decided I was going to do it for them. It sounded like an intriguing topic, and just thought it'd be a really good conversation and a really good video. So let's go ahead and get started with it, and I hope you guys enjoy. Today, we'll be talking about Magneto. I know I've done a video on Magneto before. I've done it actually in my supervillain spotlight. If you would like to watch a little bit of background about Magneto and his various powers, and what has brought him to be, and why I chose him for that particular video, I'll leave a comment in the description, or I'll leave the link in the description, and also an annotation in the video as well. So you can go ahead and click on that, or click on the annotation, or in the link below. And I hope you'll enjoy that one. So and I hope you learn a lot with those, and I hope you learn a lot with this video. So let's go ahead and get started with this. So Magneto. So the question was asked by my friend Arsonist, who, by the way, if you haven't already, make sure you check out Arsonist's channel along with Cabale. They have a channel called Evil Pixel. They do a lot of video game related stuff for fighting games and other classic games, and how-tos and stuff like that. So I really want you to subscribe to them, and because they really do really good stuff. So hope you subscribe and enjoy their stuff. So okay. So the question was asked by my friend Arsonist. He said, what is Magneto? What is Magneto? Is he a hero, a villain? What is he? He had a discussion with someone, and they had a discussion whether he was a hero, a villain, or in between. So what exactly is Magneto? Well, we're going to discuss what he's done heroically. Believe it or not, he has done some heroic things in his lifespan. What villainous things has he done? Most people perceive him as a villain, mainly because his first appearance was against the X-Men and stuff like that. So a lot of people perceive him that way. It's just because of his origin. And why do people love to hate him? Why do people tend to draw themselves to Magneto? Why is he such a charismatic character, and why is he such an iconic character? So we'll answer those questions, and hopefully by the end of this video. And like I said, what makes him so iconic? What makes him, like I said, just makes people more drawn to him than a lot of other characters. So like I said, hopefully we'll answer that at the end of this video. So the first question is, what makes him so heroic? A lot of people tend to are more drawn to heroes and like good deeds and stuff like that. So what has Magneto done to prove himself to be a hero? He's led the X-Men in some occasions. There was actually one occasion where he was actually sort of the headmaster of the school. He actually led Wolverine and all the other X-Men back in their 80s, where he actually took the place of Xavier when Xavier had gone missing, and was pretty much the head guy there. So he has led the X-Men on some occasions to take the place as Xavier's I guess substitute in a way. He's made mutant safe havens. Basically, he's made Asteroid M. Helped Xavier build Genosha. He wants to do the best things for mutant kind. So he wants to make safe havens and make it so that they aren't afraid of the outside world and of people who may persecute them. So he's tried to do that. He's tried to benefit mutant kind as much as he possibly can by making safe havens for them. And he also fights to vow oppression and genocide of mutants. But there's a lot of people who in the Marvel Universe that do not like mutants at all. Matter of fact, these people have funded such things as the Sentinels, and like Nimrod and all these mutant hate groups. People don't like mutants, so he has vowed to make sure that mutant kind survives and mutant kind is treated right and treated fairly by protecting them, and vows to fight those people who are willing to do harm on mutant kind. So that's what makes him really heroic, because he does fight for for the greater good. He fights for something that's a very noble cause and a very a very like I said, noble cause and very heroic cause. It's something that a lot of people aspire to do. They want to do the right thing, and they want to make sure that others are kept safe. So that pretty much makes him a hero. So next we're going to talk about why people think of him as a villain. There's plenty of things why many people would consider him a villain. First off, he kills to justify his means, meaning he doesn't kill just for the sake of killing. He kills in order to prove a point. Namely, when he used a nuclear sub and launched missiles from a nuclear sub to kill dozens of people. He used that to justify that these people are out to harm mutant kind, and they're out to they're out no better than animals, trying to kill other animals just for the sake of killing them. He was trying to protect himself and other mutants. However, he went to that extreme where he went out and killed somebody, even innocent people who were just bystanders, in order for him to prove a point. So he even though he sort of means well and he does have a point, it is extreme, and like I said, a lot of innocent people tend to get in the way by him proving his point and proving his example. He also believes mutant kind should rule. He believes that humans aren't fit to hold power in the world. He feels that mutants should belong at the top of the food chain and the power struggle, that that they have these gifts for a reason. Why shouldn't they rule over regular humans? And he doesn't believe in sharing power with other people other than who he believes are his kind and stuff like that. So very not so much what a hero would do, and not very much of a heroic idea. It doesn't believe in sharing, so that's kind of a bad thing. So and what sets him apart from someone like Apocalypse, who believes in survival of the fittest. Magneto, if you're a mutant, you deserve your fair share of credit. If it's unlike Apocalypse, who you may be a mutant, but if you're weak, you're dead, pretty much. So that's kind of what separates him from Apocalypse, and him sort of becoming like an extreme villain. Killing without any justification and stuff like that, and making him almost unidentifiable to some people. And he's willing to sacrifice others for the greater good. Now, I'll be talking a little bit more about this later on, but just so you know that he does tend to manipulate people, and he will use them in order to get what he wants and get to his goal and stuff. So he's willing to manipulate others and willing to sacrifice other people's their lives or their willpower or whatever in order for him to get to his goal. So I'll talk about that a little bit later. So next up, we'll be talking about what makes Magneto so lovable, or what makes him so reviled as far as him as a character. So we'll talk about why he's so liked. Well, he's charismatic. He does have that thing about him that people are just drawn to. Whether they're drawn to him to despise him, or drawn to him because they like him so much. It could be his posture, his color scheme, the way he speaks when he speaks and stuff like that. Especially in the animated series, a lot of the times you hear him. He has this this bold and sort of a leadership quality to him when he speaks. So, like I said, he has great leadership skills. When he speaks, he inspires others, and he inspires the people to do stuff in order either for his means or for the greater good. It doesn't matter. He inspires others, to do go further beyond themselves, basically. Much like Captain America, where when he gives a speech, whoever's listening feels that they can do the impossible, and this is what Magneto can do for others in the mutant community. He has a good cause. Like I said before, he does this in order for him, for his kind, mutant kind, to have a better place in the world instead of being persecuted and judged and discriminated against. And a lot of time, basically a target for genocide. So, he has a really good cause for him. He wants to help people like him in order for them to survive. So he has a really good cause, and it's really admirable that he has that type of endearing quality to him. And he values his family. He does have family. If you haven't heard by now, Quicksilver and Scarlet Witch are his twin son and daughter. They're the twins, Quicksilver and Scarlet Witch. They're his firstborn, and he values them, his son and daughter as family. He wants what's best for them, and he wants to make sure that they're in a better place, much like Polaris or Polaris. I like to call her Polaris. Same way, he wants her to do the right thing and benefit mankind and benefit mutant kind, so that one day, hopefully, when he passes away, that they'll live on to carry on his ideal of what he thinks mutant kind should be. He values their lives, he values their well-being, and he wants to do what's best for them, even though sometimes it's not always. He doesn't show it in the greatest of ways sometimes. So why do we loathe him? Why do people loathe him so? Well, he kills pretty much without remorse. Like I said with the nuclear attack, he didn't give it a second thought. He was angered and he killed without remorse. He didn't figure about innocent lives or any other innocent mutants that may be there. He killed them, and that was that. He wanted to set his example, and that was it. So when he kills, he doesn't it doesn't bother him, and that's why people kind of are a little disturbed by Magneto, is because he doesn't show any type of remorse when he does that. Like I said before, when he does kill, he kills for an example. So his ends justify his means, meaning he wants to prove a point, whether the end result is good or not. Whether it comes out as good or in a bad situation. It doesn't matter. If he sees fit for that to happen, then he'll do it. It doesn't matter what the cost is, as long as the end result is what he wants it to, he will do it. So that's why a lot of people consider him a villain. And like I said, he's willing to sacrifice others like I said, I'll get into this a little bit later, but just so you know, it's that it, uh, it's something he's willing to do. A prime example would be House of M, where he used his daughter Wanda, Scarlet Witch, to create this world, or sustain this world where he was in power. He was the most powerful person on the face of the earth, and he used her to hold that power, even though he sort of knew in the back of his mind where it was sort of wrong to do so. So yeah, and he doesn't play nice with others. He's sort of the bad boy. Even when he's playing, he's on the side of good. He doesn't always play well with others. It goes back to what I said about the ends justifying the means. He may be there fighting the good fight with the X-Men or the Avengers or whatever, but he's gonna do it his way. Whether that agrees with someone or not. So he'll do what he has to do in order for him to succeed, even though the cause is right, and he's trying to do good with others. If it doesn't fit his ideal situation, then he will sort of rebel against that. So yeah, it's good to see. It's great to see that sort of the dichotomy between that, but it sort of rubs a lot of people the wrong way. So yeah, that's why a lot of people consider him to be sort of an anti-hero or a villain. So yeah. All right, so let's go on to the next topic, and we're going to discuss Zorn. Now, this was asked by me by Sinistar, and he asked, "What is Zorn's relationship to Magneto?" So, before I answer that question, let's go ahead and get into Zorn the character and what makes him so unique. Who is he? Who is he? What are his powers, and what is his relationship to Magneto? That's pretty much the question that he asked. What is his relationship to Magneto, and why is that a thing? So yeah, so we'll go ahead and get started on that in that part of the video. So, who is Zorn? Well, we don't know. Well, actually, when it was first introduced, we didn't know who he was. Basically, what the X-Men did is that they found this guy in a Chinese prison, and he was about to be suicidal, and we found out that he was so powerful that he could potentially destroy the planet if he removed his mask. So, and the X-Men came and saved him, and the rest was history with that. Like I said, he was incredibly powerful by basically the mask was basically a containment unit for him not to use his powers in full fashion. And another thing is that he was a Buddhist. He didn't believe in violence. He didn't believe in he believed in peace and trying to go out and looking for peaceful solutions in order for the to fight the good fight, and but not using violence in order to get to justify the means. So yeah, so that's who Zorn is, and that's how he was introduced in the X universe. So we're gonna get into what are his powers. So what are his powers? Well, he has healing powers. Very, very limited healing powers, but they're there, and he can, he can, sustain some injuries and stuff like that. But nothing like Wolverine or the Hulk or something like that. Very, very limited. He has magnetic manipulation now. This is the part where it sort of, kind of keyed people off to what Zorn could be and who he could be, but it wasn't proven yet, and this is why. And this what sort of threw other people off was gravity manipulation. Now he had the ability to open black holes, even open black holes in the sun, in order for him, to travel back and forth in the universe. So when people were kind of thinking of who this might be, they saw this and they're like, that doesn't sound like him. But however, magnetism and gravity are related. They are related somehow. It is believed that magnetism and gravity are connected because magnets kind of hold the Earth together, and so in order for it to hold together, gravity takes place, and so in a way they are related. So people who weren't educated in that, they thought, oh, gravity manipulation, it's they're totally unrelated, but they are, and it sort of gave another clue to who this was. But what also threw other people off was that this guy also used telepathy. So was this guy an actual character? An actual new character? What was he? Is he the son of Magneto? Is he a clone like Joseph, or maybe Joseph reincarnate? What is he? So those were the big mysteries, and what could possibly happen? Who is this guy? So, what is his relationship to Magneto? Like I said, is he the son of Magneto? Is he Joseph, another clone? What is he? Well, we found out, like I said, he has this pretty much the same powers, magnetic manipulation. Not a very few people in the Marvel Universe have this type of power. Like I said, Joseph is his form during the Onslaught fiasco. Polaris, his daughter, and Magneto have magnetic manipulation. So, it was unsure whether maybe this mutant just had the same powers as those two and was totally different from Magneto. We didn't know. He fights alongside the X-Men. Pretty much kind of uses them. We kind of find out that this guy was kind of using the X-Men and for kind of his own needs and stuff like that, and it kind of falls similar to what Magneto would do, and it was sort of telling as far as what his character was like. And he uses the ends to justify the means, meaning he does something in order for him to get the job done, a la Magneto. Matter of fact, he uses Magneto as a role model. Matter of fact, there's many posters with him when he's there teaching some of his students that Magneto was right, and that he uses that as a role model to sort of make sure that these people that he's teaching follow alongside Magneto's philosophy. So, who is this guy? Who is Zorn? Well, we find out at the end of this whole thing that Zorn was actually Magneto all along. Yes, Zorn is Magneto. That is the relationship to him. There is no relationship to him because they are the same person. So yes, spoiler alert. I'm sorry, I forgot to mention that spoiler alert, but yes, they are the same person. And in fact, he used his persona in order for him to get into the X-Men facility and to use things, manipulate them from the inside out, basically. Um, the example that I used, the same powers in magnetic manipulation, he used something called nano sentinels, where he healed himself from his injuries, and used them to, like I said, sort of like his own healing factor. Matter of fact, he went so far as to heal Xavier and healed him of his paralysis and allowed him to walk. So, yeah, very cool. He also used that ability to, when Nano Sentinels invaded Jean Grey, killed them off, and used his magnetic powers to destroy them. So, like I said, manipulation, both from the magnetic powers and basically manipulating the X-Men to do what he, thought was right. So, yes, classic Magneto, awesome stuff. It should be noted though that there is a sort of a second Zorn character. They sort of tried to retcon his character. However, that was a big convoluted mess. Even Marvel admitted that it was just a mess. They don't really consider it canon anymore because they screwed it up so badly. So it is what it is. There is a second Zorn character, but many people, along with Marvel, don't consider it canon because it was just horribly executed. So yeah. So now we're going back to Magneto. What makes him so great? What is he? Is he a hero? Is he a villain? Is he, something else entirely? I'm gonna let you guys decide on that. It's something that should, sort of give you pause to think. What constitutes a hero? What constitutes a villain? What constitutes, a revolutionary, basically? Is a Magneto a revolutionary? Is he fighting someone for the sake of the greater good? Even though he justifies the ends justify the means. It's something for you to decide. Do the ends justify the means? Is his cause noble enough for him to pull off that type of stuff? It's something you all have to think about. For me, he will always be sort of an anti-hero, where yes, his goals are noble. Yes, he can play with others and stuff like that, but most of the time, he would rather do things his own way and manipulate others and make them have the ends justify the means in order for them to get the job done. That's not too heroic for me, even though yes, he means well. He's not a full-blown hero to me. He's sort of an anti-hero, and he he doesn't fit the mold as far as the heroic stuff goes. He's not a full-on villain to me, but he does do some deeds that are very questionable. So yeah, but he is such an iconic character. He is such a great character to talk about and to sort of study a bit, because he is a very complex character. He is a very rich character. He's been in the X-Men universe since day one. So yeah, he's such an awesome character. If you haven't already, delve deeper into what Magneto is and what he's done. Go back and read some issues, trade paperbacks, whatever you can about Magneto, and read about him and sort of enjoy and bask and reflect on what type of guy this guy is, and then what if you're in his situation, what would you do? So So yeah, very awesome character. I love Magneto. He is awesome. So for the next video, I will be doing an Agents of Shield sort of mini review. Um, it'd be sort of the season 1 as its entirety, the good and the bad. Um, where things should have been, how things should have started, uh, how things ended, and where do I see it going from here, from then on. So yeah, make sure you guys rate, comment, subscribe, and I hope you enjoy your day. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you guys learned something. And if you guys have any other request videos, make sure you leave them below. And yeah, that's it. Good stuff, guys, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.